Throughout the course of the coronavirus events of 2020, we have repeatedly been told these are unprecedented times. But coronavirus was merely a catalyst, not a cause of our economic woes. The American economy has been slowly crumbling for years. It was propped up by Federal Reserve intervention in and after the mortgage-backed securities crisis of 2008, but it was not fixed.
No real fundamental problems in our economy were addressed following the economic crisis in 2008. Money was simply pumped into failing and failed enterprises, especially banks, because debt so incestuously intertwines business, banks, and governments all over the world that if one begins to fail, everything could collapse.
And make no mistake, aside from holding everyone back at the economic line of default and allowing a collapse and resolution of bad debt, government intervention cannot solve economic problems. Such intervention acts as any drug. First you need a little, then a little won't do it, so you have to have more and more.
The drug is money printing. The federal government has been using it since 1913 to bail out those in power, whether they be in business or actual seats of government. And it's worked very well for all those years, but there's a hidden cost.
Just like a meth addict's teeth slowly rot away inside his mouth, the federal government's money printing through the Federal Reserve has rotted away the wealth of most of our nation. That's why in 2019, 80% of U.S. households had to borrow money just to meet expenses. 2 and even 3 jobs can no longer support a family.
And we're about to get a lot poorer. Since mid-March, the Federal Reserve has begun pumping unknown trillions of dollars into the domestic and foreign economies. This will have many unforeseeable repercussions. But one thing is sure, we're about to get a lot poorer.
It is impossible to print unlimited amounts of money and not debase a currency. No, we may not see hyperinflation, but the dollars you hold today will be worth less tomorrow. And the goods you buy today will cost more tomorrow. We are all about to get a lot poorer.
Furthermore, the Federal Reserve and federal government are privatizing corporate gains and socializing big business losses. They create legal garbage cans called special purpose vehicles in which they can compost all the bad debts and investments of banks and corporations big enough to have powerful friends. Then they push those losses off onto the taxpayer through inflation, which means we are all about to get a lot poorer.
The only reason the Federal Reserve, banks, big corporations, and the federal government get away with this is because most of us are ignorant. Most Americans don't know that rampant money printing must be paid for somehow, somewhere, by someone. That someone is you and me. We are taking on a lot more debt. The cost of our goods and services are about to skyrocket, and we are all about to get a lot poorer.
You must protect your assets. The professionals, money managers and financial planners, have little direct interest in preserving your wealth. They get their fees whether your investments climb or fall. What's more important is that they are part of an old, dead paradigm.
No longer can you give your money to someone, let them manage it, and earn a comfortable retirement. The days of letting the professionals handle things are over. The professionals that manage your investments are operating in an industry that does not know yet that the rules have changed.
Today's rules are only one rule. If you're not connected or ultra wealthy, you're cannon fodder. If you don't own or run an enormous corporation, you are toast. If you lack strong political ties, you're flyover collateral damage.
This means you, not an investment planner, not a financial planner, but you must take steps to protect yourself and your family. No one else will do it for you. Right now, you need financial insurance. And the best way to protect yourself and insure your money is to put it into the world's only self-validating assets, gold and silver. You must buy physical gold and silver to protect the assets you have today or else they're going to be worth a lot less tomorrow.
Unless you think this is merely a sales pitch, don't call us. Call someone local. Call someone a friend recommends. But call someone you can trust and buy physical silver and gold. Do it now.
Tomorrow, we're going to be a lot poorer.